No,
I think that's a good
now
idea.
she coming tomorrow.
Roswell, can you unmute yourself one more time?
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Welcome to our Shim prayer vigil. To start off, let's offer a greeting about our heavenly parents and true parents. 천지인 참부모님께 경배. 바로. And today we'll read Family Pledge number 6. 6. 천일국주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참부모님의 내신 가정으로서 전운을 움직이는 가정이 되어 하늘의 축복을 주변에 연결시키는 가정을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 6. Our family, the owner of Cheon, pledges to become a family that moves heavenly fortune by embodying the heavenly parent and true parents, and to perfect a family that conveys heaven's blessing to our community by centering on true love. And to open us up in prayer today, I would like to ask Noriko Tenepre, could you open us up in prayer?
Okay, please join me in prayer. Heavenly parent, true parent, thank you for this day. Starting with this Cheon prayer Vigil. Heavenly parent, true parent, and truly appreciate them. Yeah, this opportunity to set up, install the Cheon to each local churches right now. I truly try to give a devotion and since this make a condition to set up to the Cheon in local churches. I truly really appreciate and pray for this great opportunity to have having this prayer place in the local churches. So far in America, where our church didn't have the place for the prayer, but how much prayer is important that we know already, but we didn't have that as with sadness. So also thank you for this morning devotion and morning window here. This opportunity we were having a prayer. So now with all my members to continue to do this devotion, and we are having a lot of the junction and the devotion God knows already. So that American Providence is now go forward to settling on the Lebanon and Dunklin. Now to let us try to open our heart and mind and our spirit to receive the true mother's word, true mother's story, that what we have to need to have a feeling of the true mother's heart, true mother's what is thinking, true mother's situation, what is true mother's what is thinking right now. That's the where only we can do it through the devotion. We can feel it. We are always have we can feel it and we can having experience through our Johnson and our experiences. Heavenly parents, please guide us and protect us this day, and we are please accept our devotion and this since our heart, deeply heart. I offer in my name, Noriko Tene, present blessed family, Aju.
Aju. All right, so now we're gonna jump straight into our stretches. So everyone, let's take a deep breath in. Out. Take another deep breath in. Out. One last one in. Okay, everyone, let's reach out to the skies. Ooh. Reach out to the sides. Now in front of you. And behind you, just put your hand on your hip and stretch backwards. Oh, you should feel it on your upper back. All right, now put your arms across your chest. We're gonna twist to the side. Then twist to the other side. One more time, twist to the left side. And the other side. Okay, we're gonna do wrist rotations. If we rotate our wrist, oh, there's carpal tunnel. Get rid of that. And then reverse. Now turn to your left, neck to the left, and then to the right. Now give it a full rotation, counterclockwise. Now clockwise. All right, let's shake everything off. Shake your arms, shake your shoulders, shrug everything off. Let's get everything out and get you awake and alive for today's Cheon prayer vigil. All right, we're gonna spend the next few minutes in gratitude. So let's just take a few minutes to think about and share anything that comes up in your mind as something to be grateful for, or just take a moment to reflect on your gratitude. We'll see you all soon. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you had a wonderful, wonderful sharing in your breakout. First, I'd like to invite Misayo Bin to share with us her gratitude points this morning. Misayo-san. There you are. Go ahead. Videos
I'm
turned on.
sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, what's this one? Let me see. It's okay.
We can hear you.
So my screen very funny. Okay, today is my gratitude. All right. What do I say? Yeah, I really appreciate this summer weather because I'm in New Jersey. New Jersey has a long winter. When I was young, I didn't really like kind of hot weather, but now I really appreciate that this warm kind of weather. It's hot, but really like that cold weather. And also because I can walk in the backyard and garden. Garden really inspire me because I can see growing and I can learn a lot of things from the garden. How even that kind of a weather, even though you really need a good take care, just like a people, if really don't, if your eyes are off, really bend it and really and if really put support there, would give a love, and they can see at the when I love them, that's quickly they respond, kind of feeling, really kind of give me lots of energy through the garden. And then that's it. Today's my appreciation. Thank you.
Thank you, Misayo-san. Next, I'd like to call on Etsuo and Kae Iwamoto-san to share their gratitudes.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
We went yesterday, so watch a movie. The title is Sound of Freedom. This is one guy of CIA. One guy saved for children for sex slave. So this movie is very shocked me because I didn't know about realize. So human is son and daughter is God of son of daughter, not for sale. That is very impact to my heart. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, and I'm grateful yesterday's to mother's memoir. Once again, I repent. The true mother try to educate second and third generation by selling precious helicopter. At the time, my daughter was GPA, and true mother encouraged GPA graduate to go to Sorbonne University through the full scholarship. But I didn't know true mother's heart, and I couldn't encourage my daughter to go to the Sorbonne University. I really repent. And also, education is very important. So now UTS will be sold to, and the money goes to UTS. I really realize, I really trust UTS student, UTS president and professors to use their precious money to use wisely for precious future generation. Thank you.
Thank you, Etsuo and Kai-san, for sharing with us your gratitudes. And now we're going to go into our just a Hundoke section of this. So let's open up our hearts and minds to learn more about our true mother.
Welcome to Mother of Peace, and God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. A memoir by Hak Jahan Moon, a production of the Washington Times Global Media Group, narrated by Alison Hiroto. Chapter 8. The mother builds the family builds the world. Loving your family means giving your life. I love you. These are the sweetest words. They are the first words because through love, all life begins. But human beings can speak these words either responsibly or irresponsibly. God also gave animals the power to multiply through love. Animals search for a partner with whom to bear and raise offspring. But they differ from us in that for them, love is instinctual, and they are not responsible to make moral decisions related to love. For human beings, in contrast to animals, love is accompanied by responsibility. Love practiced with moral responsibility is what we call true. A husband and wife who believe in the sanctity of love and fulfill their responsibility accordingly are practicing true love. Through their love, God creates a nest of happiness. True love makes us true husbands and wives who, after giving birth to sons and daughters, grow to become true parents. The saying, "When one's home is harmonious, all goes well," is a truth of the highest value. It was true in the past, it is true today, and it will be true in the future. True love is the most important factor in creating a happy family. My husband and I bless the marriages of couples of all races, nations, and religions, and provide true family values education for the sake of creating families of true love. With true love, you can gladly give your life for your family. Sacrificing your life for your family is at once heroic and tragic. I am reminded of a very sad event that took place in Belize, Central America, in early 2019. A Japanese couple, Takayuki and Junko Yanai, who participated in the 1988 blessing ceremony of 6,500 couples, had been doing missionary work in Belize since 1996. One night, an armed burglar broke into their family home. He shot at Mr. Yanai, but at that instant, their third son, 19-year-old Masaki, jumped in front of the bullet, giving his life to save his father. When I received the report of this event, I closed my eyes, unable to speak for some time. Of course, no family lives a perfectly tranquil life, but it is truly heartbreaking to see a family meet with such a terrible tragedy. I also know the pain of losing a family member, of saying goodbye to a child while remaining in this world myself. 4 of my children have already departed this life. Is not every father and mother committed to give their life to save their child, as Masaki did for his father? Love between parents and children most resembles God's love. Love within the family is the model of the love that God desires us to practice in all spheres of life. There are stories like that of the Yanai family, where misfortune suddenly comes from the outside. But there are also stories where families bring misfortune upon themselves. Discord between husbands and wives is one of the main reasons our world cannot be at peace. There are 7.7 billion people on Earth today, but the creation of peace really depends upon 2 people, 1 man and 1 woman. That is a husband and wife. People enter into various types of relationships and encounter different kinds of problems, but the root of all these problems is the same: the flawed relationship between man and woman. Peace will come when two people, a man and a woman, trust and love each other. If men and women can fulfill their mutual responsibility to trust and love each other, the world will become the happy place we all wish it to be. I'm saying that each person's happiness depends on his or her ability to achieve peace in their marriage and family. When true parents, true spouses, and true children form a peaceful family, happiness flows naturally. Harmony is created when parents, children, and grandchildren unite in heart. No matter what difficulties come, the parents' heart of love for their sons and daughters and the grandparents' heart of love for their grandchildren should never change. Grandchildren also need to respect and love their grandparents. The greatest happiness is generated within the family where 3 generations live together in love. Children of true filial piety are those who sacrifice for their parents, just as their parents have sacrificed for them. Before striving to be a loyal patriot, each person must first become a filial child before his or her parents, and a sibling who sacrifices for his or her brothers and sisters. A man or woman becomes a truly filial son or daughter when he or she is married. Truly filial sons and daughters are those who present children to their parents, thereby becoming true parents themselves. The family is the world's most important institution, and Heavenly Parent created it to be the environment of the greatest happiness and goodness. The goodness is because your mother and father are there, and the happiness is because your brothers and sisters are there. All people, without exception, miss their hometown. When we live in a foreign land, our hearts ache for our hometown. We miss our nation because our hometown is there, and we miss our hometown because our family is there. A flower called sacrifice. It was 1961. And our church was filled with brides and bridegrooms standing solemnly side by side, each bride holding a bouquet. Outside the gate, however, angry parents gathered. Through the windows came the clamor of raised voices. "I'm absolutely against this wedding. Stop it at once. How on earth can you think this is a real marriage?" They energized each other with their outrage. "That Mr. Moon took my daughter to marry her off like this. I will never give my consent. Let her out of there." One of them even threw coal ashes over the gate, dirtying the wedding gown of a beautiful bride. When the Unification Church conducted its first large wedding ceremony, many throughout Korea stood in vehement opposition. Parents opposed to the wedding turned the neighborhood around our church, where the newlyweds should have been congratulated, into a place of pandemonium. There are no words to describe how severely we were attacked and maligned at that time. Yet we overcame the hurt and embraced the opposition. We have conducted what we call the blessing ceremony for over half a century, blessing in marriage hundreds of thousands of couples of all races, nations, and religions throughout the world. This is a testimony to the fact that the blessing ceremony is a manifestation of God's love and truth. The marriage blessing ceremony, conducted by the true parents, is a sacrament rooted in single-minded devotion. It is a ceremony of true love, and true love embodies sacrifice. A poet once said, "Love is the pain of giving up myself." We cannot achieve true love without offering ourselves. Man is born for woman and woman for man. Naturally and joyfully, we should sacrifice ourselves for our beloved. This is nowhere more evident than in our cross-cultural marriages. You have graduated from a prominent university, and you have a good job. Think about it. The person who is to be your spouse is of a different race, and her family lives halfway around the world. Are you going to go through with this? When asked such a question, most people will waver. Our members, on the other hand, immediately answer, "Yes, I will. I am thankful to do this because it is for a great purpose." The unification movement teaches that intercultural, interracial families are the key to world peace. During my husband's life, most of our members requested that he and I arrange their marriage for the purpose of their making a complete offering to their lives to God. In many cases, if not most, they knew that this meant they would be dedicating their life to someone who was quite different from them, who might not speak their language or know their culture. They wanted their marriage to be grounded in nothing but God, true parents, and the principles of peace. Our brides and bridegrooms requested this path with gratitude, but their parents sometimes desperately opposed it. It was the parents of the thousands of Korean-Japanese couples that faced the greatest difficulty. One Korean father represented many when he wrote to my husband, "When I think about what we suffered under Japanese colonial rule, my blood still boils. To think that my son will marry the daughter of our enemy nation. I will never accept a Japanese daughter-in-law into our family. Never." Many parents of the Japanese brides felt the same from their side of the divide. Jesus said, "Love your enemy." Most people admit that a peaceful world will come only when we love our enemies. Nonetheless, it is not easy for most of us to translate Jesus' words into action. Some brides and grooms bit their lips as they took part in these joint wedding ceremonies. Their course was by no means smooth as they prepared for their marriage and spent the first years of their lives together. But their commitment to live for a purpose beyond themselves, centered on God, gave them the strength necessary to liquidate the underlying terrible history of their two nations that had been enemies. They were able to dissolve this bitter root through coming to understand each other and healing each other's pain.
Thank you for listening to Godable. Visit motherofpeacebook.com to purchase the complete audiobook. Godable is made possible by listeners like you. To donate, visit godable.org. Thank you.
Thank you. And to share a brief reflection on this, I'd like to call on Assistant Pastor Nancy Jubb.
Oh, today's Hundoke was it was a really deep one for me. I feel like it struck at the heart of everything that's most core, I think, for me. So there were a lot of words that really came out. But I think the two key points about the parent-child relationship and the marriage relationship, as I've been really, so for me, I've been learning about how to heal a lot of the pain from my past and from trauma through this program that I'm doing. But what I've realized through doing it is that the parent-child relationship is the key relationship in the whole universe. This is such a key point that our movement really understands deeply, and we really emphasize and focus that relationship more. Even Jesus came to say, like, God is our Father, and people are like, oh my God, like, that's amazing. But divine principle takes it even more deeply to really understand, like, to really help us understand, because we talk about the sacrificial heart of the parent. That pure love and acceptance drives everything. Even in my relationship with my children, I realize when my children don't feel love, when they feel judged by me, when they feel controlled by me, they naturally push back. Even my 3-year-old, if I just say, Haley, go to bed, and she's like, no, or she's busy doing something else, like, she pushes back. But when I say it with love, when I say something always, always, always in love and acceptance, acknowledging her, oh, I know you want to play more, but now we have to go to bed and take care of our body. When I say it with love and acceptance, then her heart can turn towards me. She's like, okay, that she's more open, she's more willing. And so that key relationship is so, so, so important. And God's parental love is always, always, it's the love and the acceptance. That love and acceptance, it applies also in the marriage relationship too. How has our movement been able to blossom by marrying our enemy? Like, that's crazy, People thought we were crazy. When I watch Pachinko and I see the reality of war and the oppression and the deep, deep hate that people feel towards each other, that one nation can feel to another nation, and truly, truly the healing of that in the marriage relationship. How can we do that in marriage? Because we love the other person. We accept the other person. When I fight with my husband and I tell him, you're wrong, and it's about being right, I'm right, and you're wrong, we can never resolve the issue. But when I stop to think about, oh, when I accuse him, it causes him pain. And so instead of saying you're wrong, not you're wrong, but asking him to understand, sharing my heart to say, when you do this, it hurts me this way. Or when you do this, I realize this about myself. Then we can really embrace each other. And it's that, again, always practicing the divine love of God, the acceptance, and those marriages where you truly accept and love and lift each other up, those are the marriages, those are the blessings that inspire the children to say, I want to get blessed too. Those are the marriages that inspire our neighbors to say, wow, your marriage is so amazing, I'm so moved. Where did you learn about that? Or how did you become, how did you work through it so well? Yeah. And so I just want to root all of that in, please, like, also don't forget to try to practice that parental love to yourself as God's child also, and to feel that parental love for you. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you. Now we're going to go into our breakouts. Share anything that came up for you. And we'll be back to hear 1 or 2 sharings. We'll see you all soon. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, I'd like to call on. We only have time for one sharing, so just Paul and Masumi. Masumi-san didn't finish her thoughts, so I'd like her to finish. Go ahead, Masumi-san.
He said he wants you to finish here. I was very moved by the testimony that True Mother gave this morning, the story of the family in Central America whose son displayed such incredible love for his family. And True Mother really, you could see that she really felt that deeply, and it was moved by that event. And she went on to describe the situation in Korea between the marriages of Japanese and Korean members, and how that caused such turmoil and difficulties sometimes. But you could see through the encouragement of those kinds of relationships how true father and mother really embraced the spirit of Jesus to have interracial marriages as a way of restoring humanity and bringing peace and harmony amongst different peoples and nations. It was very moving. Assuming?
Yes. Yes, I also thinking about I've heard about many stories like Korean and Japanese couples living in Korea, and some sisters received award for serving their parents, and but behind the story, like they must really made this good sacrifice and efforts, and also Korean side they try to forgive enemies, and making reconciliation between the country, and I really felt two parents love and prayer behind that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Uncle Paul. Thank you, Masumi-san, for your reflection. And now we're going to go into our Chonshimon prayer. So I'd like to invite up Assistant Pastor Atushi Takino, who's at the Chonshimon, to offer a representative prayer.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Today, I feel the young spirit in Chonshimon. Okay, the Youth Training Center members joined to the morning Chonshimon prayer vigil. So I like to invite Jake to have a representative prayer.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Please join me in my prayer. Good morning, Heavenly Parent and true parents. We thank you so much for this wonderful day that you've given us, Heavenly Parent, to gather all the families in this community, Heavenly Parent, come together and attend you in this very early morning, and to really make you feel, Heavenly Parent, that you are our priority, Heavenly Parent, in spite of our jobs, or studies, or anything, Heavenly Parent. We want to show you, Heavenly Parent, that we will never put you as our alternative schedule, but you are our priority. And I hope, Heavenly Parent, that you really appreciate this effort, Heavenly Parent, of our brothers and sisters. And today we've read about the importance of parent and child relationship and husband and wife, Heavenly Parent, which is a very, very important core of our teaching, Heavenly Parent. Imagine if all husband and wife here in our movement really love one another, Heavenly Parent, and all the children thinks about their parents, and all the parents think about their children, how beautiful the world would be, Heavenly Parent. So I hope, Heavenly Parent, that this message will give us inspiration that channel group is really possible. It's just our ability to really unite with our parents and with our husband and wife and with our community, Heavenly Parent. And I hope that as we try to create this kind of environment, Heavenly Parent, we hope and pray that you will always guide us, Heavenly Parent. Please guide each one of us, Heavenly Parent, to understand everything, Heavenly Parent, especially our relationship towards one another, Heavenly Parent, because we know and we do believe, Heavenly Parent, that this is the key to really establish Chunigul, Heavenly Parent. I pray for all the family out there as well, Heavenly Parent. I know we have a lot of difficulties and challenges, Heavenly Parent, but I hope we can come to realize, Heavenly Parent, that solving problems with united heart is the most important one, Heavenly Parent, because we want to really offer not ourselves, Heavenly Parent, but our family, Heavenly Parent. And I pray for all the second generation and young members, Heavenly Parent, who are preparing themselves, Heavenly Parent, to go through the next level, Heavenly Parent. I hope we can really be able to realize to the heart of a filial son and daughter, Heavenly Parent, to our parents and to you and to our true parents. We thank you so much, Heavenly Parent, for allowing us to receive such an education day by day. And we're just so grateful, Heavenly Parent. I hope that today we could be able to really practice that message that you've conveyed to us today. Thank you so much once again for all your love and support. And all of these things I would like to offer in behalf of all the people gathered here today. My name is Jake and Jean Central Best Family. Aju.
Thank you, Jake. And now we'll offer a unison prayer all together, so please feel free to unmute.
Good morning, Heavenly Parent.
Heavenly Parent, give him up so much.
Beloved Heavenly Parent,
daily
beautiful day.
brothers
During the morning, we reach out in North America. Heavenly Parent,
Look at our children.
Does it feel like a father to teach children astray?
for our life,
Look at the children.
offer our devotion,
Doesn't want to do this.
and
So more awesome. Praise God.
and our continued support,
together. I'm grateful for the lessons we have
continued realization, and
How many times they made a mistake? No matter how many times as a parent,
no other way
I'm
to be resurrected, about our teaching.
Really have
all humankind
doesn't have to feel like she
come to realize that you are really our parents, our heavenly in our life.
So that's held back. Very grateful.
Initiated this idea for the sake of others. This idea of loving you. of you, our Heavenly Father. Will in turn love our
beautiful world.
For the sake of others,
love enemies.
one nation, filling us for and taking up allowing us and no way closer to you, no way closer to stand on our two parents and the peace of the Lord. Stop your blessings of our lives. Stop the divine principles. Exemplary life of our and before heaven, again before our absolute ancestors, and
Raise our spiritual antennas to notice.
we will stand by you and by our children, by our evidence of restoration but through Father and our two mothers. There's no for you to touch our hearts and principles through the blessings of we wouldn't even come together, we wouldn't even know each other. Because of the true love, because of the exemplary life of our children, because of the blessing of our parents who have been able to give us too much, and you wanted to multiply this in return. Be with our families, the wives, our brothers and sisters, children, wherever they are, whatever they do at this day, Father, for one mind and one heart. Listen at them like the blood of Heavenly Father. Love us so deep that you love us. Want to practice in our daily lives. Not only to my family, but Heavenly Father, also to my neighbors.
Gotcha. All right. That about wraps up today's Cheon prayer vigil. We are trying things out, and so we're going to have a different format as we go. So please be open-minded. It's being reviewed, and then Reverend Dunkley is making suggestions that we heard, and so yes, we will be shifting the format a bit, but we will inform you as they come. Also, Naokimi, Pastor Naokimi, in the chat, he said you are invited to visit Cheon once a week for anyone who can make it. A tradition, essentially. He said he's going to visit Cheon once a week on Wednesday. My goodness! So setting the example. So anyone who is available, who's nearby, invited to there, connect the heart of it all. But with that, thank you all for joining. Hope you all have a rest of your day.
Norway to visit.
Have a great day, everyone.
Have a great day, everyone.
You'll get a Cheon soon.
Have a great day.